Hi there, beautiful soul. Welcome back. Today, I want to talk about the best medicine for you to create a great life for yourself. As you know, I work as a trauma specialist and an energetic healer. And when my clients move past trauma, they always want to create abundance and prosperity for themselves. And the best medicine for that is for you to become your own best friend. So today I want to unpack that a little bit, because every one of us would be having a wonderful life with like peace and contentment and great health, and the money would flow and our relationships would flourish if we had some guideposts or a manual how you can show up or how you can be in a relationship with yourself as your own best friend, your best pal, right? That's never going to let you down. And so I'm also, of course, talking about self-love, and but self-love is such a hazy subject that that's part of the journey for sure. But being your own best friend makes it a little bit more practical, because you can talk to yourself as your own best friend and listen to yourself, and you can think of a good friend that you had at one point in your life who showed up for you, and model yourself on that person if you've been lucky enough to have a good friend, right? So when you show up as your own best friend, and today I will give you some tools if you keep listening, it buffers you from the pains of life. So you can be happily married, or it doesn't matter, you can be in a relationship or go to work. Everything can be already good for you, but it can be even better when you know how to be your own best friend and fill your own cup, and then you can pour from your cup that's filled to other people, and everything just feels so good because you're happy from the inside out, because your best friend is always with you, right? So let's just get into it. Apparently we give ourselves 60,000 negative messages per day. The average person does that, and that includes you and me and everyone. Now, a lot of those thoughts happen so quickly, we're not even conscious of it, right? So the thing is, if you think about your best friend that walks beside you, would your best friend give you 60,000 negative messages all day long? No, he or she wouldn't, because that relationship wouldn't last, right? So it's about becoming conscious of the internal self-talk, and changing the voices in your head or in your body, the messages that you are giving to yourself, by literally bringing on a new person. This person is going to be your best friend. And what is that person going to say to you, and how can you change those messages? Because even if you were to change, let's say 5%, I'm not asking you to change from 60,000 negative messages, down to 0, because that's just not possible, because it's part of our physiology. It's how we were created, how we developed and evolved through times of danger and so on. There is just a lot more focus on negativity than on positivity. However, if you want to live a good life, have your money flowing and live longer, stronger, it's really important that you become conscious of what's going on inside your body, and practice, create some changes, especially in your thinking, right? So being your own best friend, first of all, let me ask you, do you have, how many good friends do you have, right? And maybe you can take a piece of paper afterwards and sit down and think of how many friends really, really good friends you have. Now, the thing is, you don't need many, but it's really good. People live longer if they have at least 1 or 2. They say up to 5 friends who you can fall back on. You don't need to have them in your life every day. Like some of those friends you may not even see for many times, but as long as you know they have your back, just knowing that you have those 5 friends gives people a longer life and less disease. So, but my point today is I want to teach you how you can show up for yourself. So let's say you have 60,000 negative messages every day. Catch yourself having a negative thought, right? So for instance, many women have a thought like, oh, well, I'm never doing it right, I can't be, I'm never good enough, there's not enough for me to give around, I did that wrong, or I did this wrong. So imagine you have a thought like, well, you messed up big time, you know, yesterday or whatever. I want you to right now show up, close your eyes if you like. Bring in your best friend inside your body, and you might just have to use your imagination, or you can think of a person. And now I want you to change that thought into something like, given the circumstances, you did your best. I'm so proud of how you showed up. I know it hurts today, but I'm just so proud of you showing up again today. You got out of bed today. You got dressed and you're showing up today again. And just give your body some positive affirmation. Just cut through all the busy thoughts in your body. Put your hands on your heart. That changes the chemicals in your body, so that releases serotonin and all the happy and calming hormones. That immediately changes your thinking, and then you can actually even ramp it up. So then you can even say to yourself, I love myself for messing up. So this is something that I've been doing for many, many years, probably a decade already. When I feel a negative emotion or a negative thought, for instance, I get lost in Devonport when, let's say, I'm driving to the post office and suddenly I don't know where the post office is, like my brain doesn't have a good map. I used to get really, really worked up, but now I just simply go, I love myself for losing my way. I love myself for messing up. I love myself for feeling silly. I love myself for feeling dumb. So the script here is, and I'll put it in my post as well, I love myself for ... Fill in the negative experience that you're feeling in your body in that particular moment, like right now. I love myself for feeling embarrassed. I love myself for feeling tired or whatever is going on for you. I love myself for feeling exhausted. All of that changes. It's like a shortcut that will change the negative thought, and your body starts to trust you that you can show up as your own best friend. So here's another thing. So I found that tool, by the way, super powerful, and the more you do it, the more credit you get in your bank of self-worth or self-esteem. The happier you feel in your body, the easier your body is going to accept you as your own best friend. Because like with friends, you need to establish a relationship. If you suddenly start to show up as your own best pal that sticks up for you, I've got my back, initially your body is not going to trust it, right? Because your body thinks, well, you've let me down so many times. What's going on here? Like, well, as if, and all those kind of emotions. So you just have to keep going, and you can keep saying, I love myself for feeling confused. I love myself for not trusting, and all of that. So here's another really important thing I discovered. When you look at your circle of friends, how many friends do you have that are going to support you? Let's say when you break a leg, or your car breaks down, or you have some sort of crisis, whether it's a little crisis or a big one. I bet you there are many people that will show up, right? People tend to show up more because that it feels good to show up as the helpful friend, like the hero friend, the friend that's just going to ease your pain. So you probably might have 10 or 20 friends or people or neighbors even who are going to show up for you. I call them rainy day friends. But how many friends do you have that are going to show up for you? Let's say when you win an award or something really special happens, like a little success, and you go to ring them up and say, look, I've just had a promotion. I'm so happy. I'm going to receive an extra $200 a week or something in my bank account. How many friends do you have that would be happy to hear that news? Well, surprisingly, you won't have as many friends, will you? There's only very few true friends who want to celebrate your life with you when you have a little win. Because most people, especially, in Australia you have the tall poppy syndrome, so those people, there's lots of people that would rather have you stay small, so even a good friend may not cherish your celebration, right? So I want you to think of you, how can I start showing up for me during all my hardship and also during all my wins? So what's really, really important is that you start journaling and that you give yourself permission to celebrate your successes. When I work with my clients, I always teach my clients to appreciate themselves and to celebrate their successes, whether they're a small win or a big win. They all need to be acknowledged and they need to be celebrated. And so don't be just a wet weather friend, right? Also be a sunny weather friend for yourself. So show up with happy and acknowledging your successes and all your wins. By the way, happiness is something that we can train ourselves to be. So being your own best friend is part of your happiness training. So apparently all humans have a happiness set point. And let's say 10 out of 10 is super happy. And some people are always sitting on 3 out of 10, or some people maybe 5 out of 10. But I'm here to tell you that you're in control of your happiness set point. And so even becoming your own best friend will create a difference in your neural pathways so that it's easier for you to be happy. And so the other thing is that consistency is key, and you're going to experience bad days, of course, and good days. So what I do is when I have a bad day, and I don't have many bad days anymore, thank goodness, but imagine I might have a bad hour where I don't feel so upbeat. I tell myself a lot, I walk around like this and I just do the thing that I told you, like I love myself for feeling crabby, or I love myself for feeling angry and frustrated, and I get through that hour quickly. When I have a good day or a good moment, or I'm really enjoying myself so much, like the sun is shining and I'm driving through Tasmania and it's all beautiful, I just soak it in and I really anchor in that good feeling, and I put it into my body and I tell myself like how wonderful my life is and how lucky I am and how amazing the scenery is, and I really anchor those good emotions in, and I tell myself how much I love myself, or how much I love Peter, or how much I love my children or my cats or my dog. I literally say that out loud. So I just say I love Freddie, that's my dog. I love Freddie so much, right? And I put it into my body, because I know that this is a good day to put some money back into my emotional bank account, because there will be days that my account is going to be drained, right? So these are some of the things that you can do that is so important, that sets you up for a good life. Regardless, all of this is regardless what your circumstances are like, right? So people talk a lot about boundaries as well. So boundaries are really important as well. I have struggled with boundaries all my life, because I mean, for decades I was a people pleaser. So I just want to discuss boundaries a little bit. If you commit to being your own best friend and just constantly tell your body, the cells of your body are listening, like you have trillions of cells in your body, they're listening to you all day long, they're eavesdropping. And if you tell your body, I'm changing now, I'm not that old grade anymore, I'm a new person, from this moment on, I promise to stick up for you, I have your back, I'm dedicating half an hour every day where I give you my sole attention. I'm going offline, I'm going to write in a journal, I'm listening, I'm giving you my own attention, and so on. Your body is going to believe you. Now I've forgotten where I was heading with that, but that's how you need to take yourself by the hand, right? So a good friend will tell you when your focus goes to the wrong place. You might be focusing always what's missing in your life, or focusing on the past. Actually, that means if you're always living in the past, that means you've got active trauma in your body, and you need to come and see me or another trauma specialist to clear that trauma from your body, so that you can focus on the present, and it gets easier to focus on the present. Trust me, that was me for many years. I was always looking over my shoulder, you know, remembering Holland or remembering the past and feeling what was missing. Whereas actually when all your traumas are cleared, which is an ongoing journey, it's easy for you to be in the present, because everyone always tells you to live in the present, right? But that's the end game of the recipe. That's like the cake that's baked. But first you need the recipe how to do that. So a good friend, if you show up as a good friend, you help you to focus on what's not missing. You focus on what you have. Like you look around the room and you feel gratitude for all the things that you have, right, in the first place. And then secondly, you bring you back yourself, you think of today or even the future. You start making some happy plans for the future. What do you want for you? And then thirdly, you look at all the things that you can control, not the things that you can't control, right? There's so many things that we have no control over. Like we can't control the weather, the political climate, all the bad news that you hear on the news. That is all stuff that is, if you're listening and buying into that, you are showing up as your own enemy. And maybe I like to call it frenemy. You've heard of that word, eh? Maybe for a while you'll be a frenemy to yourself, like you're part friend and part enemy, right? As long as you know you're on a track where you are becoming a closer and closer and closer friend to you, to yourself. That might sound funny, but trust me, it works. Because underneath our external personality that everyone sees, underneath that are all the different parts of us, right? There's a whole kindergarten running around in us. These are all our inner children. We have our conscious mind, we have our subconscious mind, we have our separate self, we have our immortal self. They're all these parts of us. But if all those parts just had one common friend that you conjure up, literally you have to find something in you, that the part of you that's going to show up as your friend, and you train that part, all those other parts are going to work together for you. And as I said, then you can manifest miracles in your life. So these are some hints that I've given you. I hope that there's of course like hundreds of other things and tools that are available, but this is a good start, right? And I wanted to finish with a little Buddhist meditation. I'll just forget the name of it now though, but it's one that is a good starting point for you. And it's changed many people's lives around, like people that were grumpy, people in victim mode, people who were just stuck all the time. And they tried lots of things. And this is just such a simple, easy practice. And I'll also put it in the notes as well, so you can look it up. So you just say this little prayer to yourself every day, and miracles will start to happen for you, all right? So this is what I say, you can turn your truck moments, you know how I was hit by a truck, you turn your truck moments around into miracle moments, right? So I'll just show you how it goes. So I close my eyes so that my subconscious mind is in the driver's seat, and I say to myself, I have to look it up now, sorry. May I be safe. May I be safe. May I be healthy. May I be happy. May I live with ease. May I be safe. May I be happy. May I be healthy. May I live with ease. May I be safe. May I be happy. May I be healthy. May I live with ease. And then but you can keep saying that for maybe 10 more times, right? Because I feel like it's doing things in my body, and I've said this a lot, right? So it always keeps working. Just think of this as something else, another medicine. So your best friend is saying that to you. And then you go to, you can talk to another part of you, or you can address your partner or your child or somebody that you're having trouble with. You say, may you be safe, may you be happy, may you be healthy, may you live at ease. May you be safe, may you be happy, may you be healthy, May you live with ease. Right, I'm speeding up because I'm over time, I give myself to talk. But just do this really slowly, change your tone, breathe into it. And then of course you can talk about the whole universe, all sentient beings, the planet Earth. So you can go, may we all be safe. May we all be happy. May we all be healthy. And may all of us live with ease. And you just let those words sink in. So this prayer, you can Google it. There's lots of stories of transformation where people just started with that little Buddhist prayer. They never changed anything else. They didn't change their diet, or they didn't do any other mindset work. And after a year, literally their whole life had turned around. So that is, all these tools and tricks and practices are so powerful, powerfully transformative for you, right? That's why I want to share them with you. But if you feel stuck, or you feel like you have trauma going on in your body, it's impossible for you to even create a friendship with yourself, or you're simply not moving forward as quick enough, or you have pain in your body, please book in for a session with me, or a series of sessions, because I can help you fast forward your journey, of course. And I love to help you on your journey and remove your pain and get you from a place of lack and scarcity into a wonderful, happy place really fast. Thanks for tuning in. I'm so happy that you tuned in, and I really appreciate you being part of my audience. Also read the notes that I will attach to the video, and I hope you find this helpful. Let me know what you think and how you show up as your best friend, because I'm always learning as well. And I look forward to being with you next week. Have a wonderful week. Big love from me. Bye for now.